What up? Happy Saturday, everybody. Managed to get a little bit of a nap in. Got like maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep, something like that. After spending 11 hours working on the finale of Stranger Things. I didn't even put that together until like I was going to bed. I was like, holy shit. I've literally been working on this for the last 11 hours. Oh my god. But it's done. Oh, and we got a super chat right out of the gate. Scott, welcome back, buddy. Would I want to see Black Lightning and White Canary back in Flash Season 9? Of course. I would be happy to see Cress Williams back as Jefferson anytime. And same with Sarah. I think it will happen, though. Maybe not Black Lightning, but I do think White Canary will show up. I think Sarah will at least show up, because I think Eric Wallace had expressed after the cancellations of Legends of Tomorrow and Batwoman that at least for Legends and maybe for Batwoman, that because they're planning another Armageddon-like crossover event for Season 9, that they might want to be, I think he said that he wants to use that opportunity to give those shows proper closure. So, yeah, I think we'll very well at least see Sarah in The Flash next season. Bloodwork and Killer Frost are returning next season. Which other villains are returning next season? I think they teased Cobalt Blue at the end of that. After kind of rewatching it and during the editing process, that's kind of like what I was leaning towards. Either Cobalt Blue or Paradox, but I think Cobalt Blue is more apt. Season 9 Flash No Way Home? No. No. I highly doubt it would be that. Cecile is force sensitive. Yes, she is, in a way. I really wish they would just take her powers away, man. I like her, but she's become more of a star than Barry in the show. Like, I don't know, it's ridiculous. Like, it's a little abrasive at this point. Like, she even has 1,000 times more screen time than Iris, which is stupid. Where was Oliver when the natural balance was unstable? In his sexy penthouse in the other world. Just chilling. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, he popped up on the Earth Prime comic, so after Danielle Nicolette's tease that this cameo would blow our mind in this final episode, yeah, I was kind of expecting that, especially after recent comments from Stephen Amell. I was pretty like, I think it's a safe bet that maybe we'll see Oliver. But nope, we didn't. The surprise blow our minds cameo was somebody that's already been in the show 3 times this very same season. So I am not trusting a damn thing that she says again when it comes to audience expectations. Stargirl Season 3 is said to be a murder mystery, basically Stargirl Among Us, Sportsmaster Sus. I mean, if this really playing Among Us, like, and one of them is the murderer, like, is it not stab? You know? She just joined the team. Might be too obvious, though. Might be too obvious. I think it'd be too obvious for it to be Sportsmaster, too, but never know. You never know. What's up, Kate? Beep boop. I am finally here for the actual stream starts. Heck yes. Welcome. What's up, Jim? You're back, buddy. Hello, buddy. I love Season 4, Volume 2. It was a great 2 episodes. It was insane, the 2 episodes that we got. Let's see. Ba-ba. Wait, hold on. And real quick, let's do that. All right. Bonk 'em. Bonk 'em! They just came out, like, yesterday, so not everybody's going to have had time to watch them. So I would prefer us not to just actively talk about spoilers for the final 2 episodes of Stranger Things. Let me just... Let's see. Yoink. I just want to make sure I'm not missing one. Alright. I mean, that's all I've seen so far. Alright. Keep an eye out. Mods. I'm finally going to actually give Stranger Things a watch tonight with my brother. Also, what do you think of Miss Marvel so far? I haven't gotten around to seeing your reactions to it yet. Oop. That's no problem. If you haven't watched the show yet, makes sense not to watch the reactions. Spoil yourself. Don't worry about it. No need to pause at that or apologize or feel awkward about that. If you're not watching the show, I don't want you to watch the reactions, because whenever you get around to watching the show, I want you to go into it nice and clean. I'm enjoying it. It's not perfect. It's just really wholesome, enjoyable, and fun, and lighthearted, and I've been having a blast with it. I think some of the editing and fight sequences are a little lax in the blocking and the editing, but aside from that, I think that's just a minor critique for the show, because that's not really the focus. The focus is about the characters and the relationships and where they kind of fit into the world, and I think it's a beautiful, beautiful show about Kamala just kind of trying to find her place. I can't wait to watch more reactions to Stranger Things 4-9. How badly do you think the guys previewed are gonna cry? Well, considering how I did, I'm sure they will probably be quite a wreck. One thing I have noticed is, while I am a sensitive boy, and I will cry on a dime, my lord, these men, I love them. They just pour out emotion. Those guys, I love them to death. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I think Adam... I'm going to call bets that Adam is going to just ugly cry quite a bit. What's up, Spidey? Pogger's starting screen. Past that. Hopefully I don't get too behind in the chat today, so I'm trying to go fast. What's up, Jordan? What's up, Barry? I would have loved this season if it wasn't for the finale and the bullshit speech done by Todd Helbing. If Todd Helbing is to be believed, John Diggle of this new Earth has the exact same background. Not the exact same background. And it's not his fault. People need to stop blaming Todd for this whole decision. Johan Liebert from Monster versus Vecna versus Joker, who is the best manipulator. I'm not sure who you're referring to in Monster. Is that like the Charlize Theron movie Monster, or are we talking about something else? Because I don't really know. I haven't seen it, if that is what you're talking about. Out of the choices, I'm probably going to go with Vecna. Joker's not much of a manipulator. And if he wanted to, Vecna can literally manipulate you. So I'll go with Vecna. What's up, Janice? Watching episode 9 tonight, so no spoilies. What is up? Josiah, welcome, buddy. Do you think the blue crystal we saw in the finale is hinting to cobalt blue? I do. I do, actually. I don't really know who else it could be. It's a blue crystal. There's not many options, and it's also not very telling, so who knows? But that's kind of where I'm leaning with Rick Cosnett having been back this last season quite a bit. I would love for him to come back and be this Thawne, so let's do it. And I noticed that, Barry, changed your profile pic after a year. You got the piece, Barry. Dig it. Dig it. I accidentally misused the wrong ball And the guys that previewed will not be bawling their eyes out like melon balls. The John Diggle Earth Prime Arrowverse, he fought with Oliver and Arrow Team. Main difference is that in the new universe, no one apart from Superman has had powers for 20 years. Correct. What's up, CBM? How do I feel about Namor's new look? I mean, it's okay. Maybe I just need to see him in action. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I don't know what you mean. If there's something floating around like a leak or anything like that, I have not seen it. Heyo, what's up, Darren? I usually listen to these streams at work after they're live, but thought I would stop in and say hi. What's up, buddy? How you feeling after you've had a few days to cool off? You know, a little bit. Simmer down a teensy bit about everything that's happened this week. Oh, and I think we had a super chat again. Nick Ulmer. Thank you. Thank you. Do I have any Stranger Things Funko Pops? I do not currently. I'm usually pretty picky about them aesthetically when I go and get, like, I choose my Pops. Because, let's be honest, some Pops just look like normal dudes. So, I have not got any. As far as Stranger Things merch, I don't have it with me. In the other room, I have, like, this kawaii, like, anime-style Hopper and a Demogorgon. But aside from that, I have this. Obviously, all the shirts I've been wearing, but Dustin's thinking cap, which doesn't fit my big-ass head. And the D&D Stranger Things starter set. But don't worry. My collection will likely thrive and grow. And we got a new member. Thank you, Nick, for the super chat and joining the channel. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. If you have any issues, join the Discord. Make sure you can message me there, and so you can voice any concerns that you got with the tiers and whatnot. All right, back to the chat. Very disappointed with Superman and Lois retconning itself out of the Arrowverse / Earth Prime. I don't know if you've seen the reactions, but most people are calling it lazy, and I agree with them. Yeah, it is. It was addressed in the... I mean, I don't know how else they could address it other than the way they did with the time they had. I think that they should have, and I know it's DC's fault, they told them to not reveal it until after the finale, which sounds like a DC ploy to make sure viewership doesn't get damaged by it. So they baited us Arrowverse fans along the entire season, but yeah, it was definitely retconned. Season 1 was 100% intended to be Arrowverse, and the showrunner confirmed as much. But a decision happened at the tail end of season 1 after filming those last couple of episodes, especially that Diggle episode. And they had to make a decision. The rest of the shows were getting canceled. It sounded like Todd knew this ahead of time. Probably because DC is really thrilled about continuing that show, unlike the other shows. So they probably gave him a good heads up that the Arrowverse is going to be shutting down. So take the opportunity. You can go with them, or you can cut the umbilical cord and just kind of tell everybody your own thing. It just creates a couple plot holes here and there, and some things where you really have to stretch your suspension of disbelief to make the puzzle pieces fit, like the background that he gave Diggle and Oliver and stuff like that, and Argus, just to kind of magic Diggle's scene from season 1 into making sense. But it is what it is, man. Unfortunately, it's the price of what's going on. Just stopping in to say, hey, have a great 4th of July weekend. You too, man. Stay safe. Stay cool. Because it's... I haven't looked at the weather, but it's been a pretty toasty past couple of days, so stay chill and be safe. Most important thing. How will they resolve the Batwoman and Legend stories, you think? Batwoman can be just as easy as, man, a throwaway line. It was like, man, I don't know what was up with that zombie guy that just kind of showed up at the end of the episode. But, man, beat his ass. Just give us, like, one line explaining the fuck that was and how they took it out. I don't need to see it. They didn't give us enough of that to show it. or I need to see it for me personally to be okay with them closing that out. Legends, I would love for see them to actually bust them out of prison and resolve this conflict between them and the this new time agency. Also, Booster Gold, that whole storyline, why he's wanted, what he's done, and all that kind of stuff. I'd like that. The Legends cliffhanger is way more in depth and in need of explanation than the Batwoman one. Namor doesn't really have a cool look to begin. I mean, he's usually dressed as like a swimsuit model. Yeah, I have never liked any Namor designs from the comics that I've seen that come to mind. I've never been a fan of his general aesthetic. So, I don't know. But I haven't seen this new look that Shay was talking about. But there were supervillains. Why have a rehabilitation center for people with superpowers then? With superpowers that fought Superman, even in the canon comics, that contradicts Helbing's statement. Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, they're not superheroes. He specifically said they're leagues of superheroes. So they might have powers of some sort or some level, but they're not necessarily heroes. So I don't know. See, it's the trickery of the wording. You can just bend it if you need to. Superman and Lois finale couldn't have ended better. I'm super excited to see what they are going to do. Me too. I'm looking forward to season 3, all things aside, but I will say that my excitement for the show in general has declined because of this disconnection. But we'll see. I feel like a lot of people were worried about if they confirm it, how that hurts the show. But let's be real. I feel like a lot of people haven't. I feel, I don't have any evidence of this, that the most people that complain about that connection probably aren't even watching the show to begin with. A lot of the people that are watching the show are probably new faces, but large majority people that have been following this universe. So I would be curious to see the fallout of that effect, if there was any kind of data we could corroborate, like, against that, you know? Like, would confirming it hurt it more than not confirming it? Or disregarding it? Because I honestly feel like the most of the people that are watching the show are just people who've been riding the Arrowverse already up until this point. But you never know. Cheat the Codemaster. I appreciate the fast reactions for Stranger Things. Watch them at work. Keep being amazing, man. Well, thank you. Dude, I miss, like, Game Shark and Action Replay, man. I miss cheat code devices and stuff. You just made me very nostalgic. And thank you for the super chat. But yeah, it was, this last one was rough. It, like, with the 11 hours it took to kind of break out those 2 parts. But I'm glad I was able to get them out and over with, because I just wanted to focus on that. So, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Both part 1 and 2 of the finale are up now. So if you haven't checked those out, guys, go check them out. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Here we go. I think this was it. Would you say the Superman Lois Earth Prime twist is unforgivable? No, I don't think so. I 100% understand the business decision to do it. The survival of the show was pretty much contingent on separating them from the universe. The finale for Stranger Things was an emotional roller coaster. Ignore that. See, that's the thing I hate. Like, clearing... I always forget that clearing messages out of the main chat doesn't remove it out of StreamYard. So I need to read these things beforehand. I do not want Reverse Flash as the main villain of any arc in Season 9. Even if the show gets canceled, I want Cobalt Blue and Zoom to get some love. Eric Wallace has said Zoom is on his bucket list for Season 9. I feel like we good. I think we're good. I'm pretty sure... I mean, they even said it themselves. Thawne exists in no timelines. That was the last Thawne. So, it was meant to be the series finale until they rewrote it and got the whatchamacallit, the green light for season 9. So like, I definitely want them to like, just don't backtrack. If they do, give me Matt. But yeah, we need to move on and just kind of lay that story to rest. Cecile had more screen time than Barry in season 7. Yeah, and more so than anybody else in the show so far this season too. I was watching your Stranger Things reaction and forgot for a second about the live stream. Great reaction. Volume 2 left me emotionally drained, and I'm still more than 24 hours later. 100% understandable. 100% understandable. Does that mean everyone who has had superpowers on this earth are evil? Maybe evil, untrained, or just not actively participating in vigilantism. There was something big like Crisis on Infinite Earths where Oliver and other non-superheroes all died fighting and leaving. Well, we don't know it was Crisis. They are aware of other worlds. They are aware of the red skies. They seem to not be aware that their universe was deleted and then restored. But something happened, some unnamed incident happened that resulted in Oliver's death when they were fighting alongside Superman. I'm going to try to be avoiding spoilers for lots of stuff I've been trying to watch. Stream Into the Void. Just going to be Stream Into the Void. Do you think the ending of that Earth Prime comic with Oliver is setting up something on screen? Probably not. I feel like that's probably setting up another comic tie-in or something like that. I'm never going to trust Danielle ever again. She's definitely overhyped that cameo. It's not even, I mean, it is a cameo, but like, we literally saw him 3 times already this season before that, the finale. It made no sense to even hype it up. Want me to send you an article about Eric Wallace teasing a huge DC villain for next season? Sure. Do you think the Arrowverse should recast its versions of Superman, Lois, and Lane, since Todd Helbing and DC will probably not allow crossovers with Superman and Lois TV show versions? Thoughts? Well, I mean, we only have like one show going, one season. I don't know that we're going to have any crazy, like, insane crossovers in the future around the corner. And, you know, the Superman Lois writers still participated in the Earth Prime comic book, and their ideas from the show still bleeded into that comic, obviously. So I feel like they might still be open to that as long as it is distinguished that they are disconnected. Because, I mean, hell, Crisis on Infinite Earths just showed that the Michael Keaton Batman is connected to these things if you really want to play that ball game. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Just as long as that, once the Arrowverse comes to a close, that people don't assume that Superman Lois is going with it. I think that'll be fine. So for Superman Lois, how the hell is Jonathan going to have a relationship with his crypto grandma if he can't fly to the fortress and talk to her regularly? He's going to have a mini communicator? I thought that exact same thing. He was like, no, this is going to be a fortress for all of us. We'll all be able to get to it. And I was like, this is in the middle of the ocean, sir. Two of your family members can't fly. And you're saying this is a place for all of us to retreat to. So they're going to have to like rent a boat anytime they want to come out here, fly to whoever knows where this is to rent a boat and go out there because you can't land a plane. They sure as hell aren't swimming to it. I don't know what the fuck Clark was thinking when he said that. It made no sense. Let's see. Got another super chat. Neek Ulmer again. Have I seen Chronicle 2012? I have. Wonderful, wonderful movie. If you haven't seen it, it's a found footage superhero flick. It's really cool. Definitely check that one out if you haven't seen it. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. I saw that movie in theaters. Oh man, where did I leave off? Here we are. Or maybe that wasn't it. Okay, here we are. Somebody made like I think somebody reposted a comment, and I missed the part here. How much longer do you see the Arrowverse continuing? I feel like once The Flash ends, it's done. I don't even count Stargirl and Superman and Lois as part of the Arrowverse at this point. Yeah, same. And it sucks, too, because I know the cast of Stargirl were really looking forward to crossing over and playing with some of the other shows, and it doesn't seem like that's going to happen now. Maybe they can cross over Superman and Lois if that's still ongoing at the time. Or maybe they could call in some favors in a future season of Stargirl and bring in some ex-Arrowverse people. Just kind of hang out from the multiverse. I don't know. But yeah, it is kind of disappointing. But I don't think it's going to be... I think Season 9 will probably be the end of The Flash. Even though Eric Wallace is like, hey, we don't know for certain. We don't know how long we're going. Yeah, man. I don't know. We'll see. Superman is sole defender of Earth. Now, given... everyone can have powers from XK is frankly bullshit. I mean, Smallville did that 20 years ago and people still called bullshit even on that. Yeah, it is a little bit of a convenient mechanic, that is for sure, but it's whatever. I'm not that upset about any of the story-related aspects of that, but we'll see. Stranger Things Volume 2 almost killed me. I don't know if I can handle Season 5. Me either. I'm really looking forward to what they're setting up, though. It's insane. Whoop. God damn it. So Namor is apparently in Wakanda forever, according to a promo image that was released. I'm going to have to look this up. Like, is it an official image? The writers of that series said it was stupid on their part. Does that mean that now, with people, superheroes are all over? Honestly, this doesn't make the whole lot of goddamn sense when you think about it. Yeah, pretty much. Most reactions on YouTube I watched said a lot of people will stop watching Superman and Lois because of what they did. Frankly, I'm only going to keep watching in the hopes of seeing John Cryer's Lex return. One of two. If they recast Lex, I'm out. I don't care about Superman like that. I was watching for Lex Luthor and the Arrowverse crossover potentials. Thoughts? Yeah, I want John Cryer's Lex to come in there. I mean, they've brought Diggle back, even though it's not our Diggle. So I could definitely see them bringing in John Cryer as Lex Luthor in this if they wanted to. And he's been open about it. They've been open about working with him. So if Lex does show up in the show, I feel like it will be him. If they recast, I'm not going to be butthurt. I love the show for what it is. I wanted connectivity, but I don't need it. It's just a little bit less exciting knowing it's out there. I'm going to be watching it no matter what, because the show is phenomenal. So I'm in regardless. Even if they recast Lex, even if it's not in the Arrowverse, I'm still going to watch it. I'm surprised that they revealed Namor. I guess they revealed Namor in a something official here release. That's crazy if that's how they revealed it. What do you think of a certain character's death in Stranger Things? It still is upsetting me. It is still upsetting me. I'll just leave it at that. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I did read this. Also, want to know something more stupid. David Ramsey told Helbing about his hair and how he could get a haircut and shave his beard, but Helbing was just said, nah. Yeah, I saw that. Well, so why not? That's such an easy thing to do, and David offered. Like, he was like, he obviously already knew that they were disconnecting for the scene that he was going to be shooting, and he just showed up on Flash a certain way with a certain look. Distinguish yourself. I don't know. That was a dumb fucking call to just... I mean, he's probably like, I don't give a fuck right now. He's probably just super stressed about it, but still, like, it's such an easy thing to do. Just shave it off, and you'll be good. Watch Gotham Knights be the show that gives us Diggle as Green Lantern. Watch us not even get our Diggle as Green Lantern. Maybe this one will eventually become Green Lantern on the show that actually has the budget to support it. Seeing your Funko Pops in the background started my addiction. I have literally been spending so much money the past couple of weeks, and I can't stop. It's hard. I apologize for spreading my infection to you. What am I most disappointed about by Superman and Lois not being in the Arrowverse or over the overhyped cameo in The Flash? Honestly, I mean, still the Superman and Lois connection. I think that has disrupted me to my core. with the Arrowverse, the Flash cameo, I was setting myself up, or at least I played with it a little bit, the idea of it and the reaction itself, but you know, I still went into the show expecting maybe this would be a half-assed overhyped cameo because it did come from one of the actors and not the showrunner, not a writer, not Grant, who I feel like I might be able to trust for that sort of thing because he feels a little more in touch with the fans and the audience and stuff. But I was like, these are the things I think it could be, but I'm more than prepared for it to be something stupid. And I'm not saying that it was stupid because I love the cameo, I love the actor, I love that character, but it didn't deserve to be hyped up like it was. What's your rankings for Stranger Things, and who are your top 5 characters on the show? 4, 2, 1, 3, probably? Actually, no, I don't know. 4, 2, 3, 1, I think. And then favorite characters are no particular well, Hopper is my number 1. Hopper, definitive number 1. But then from there, it can really go depending on who's actually in the scene. But Steve, Dustin, Eddie, you think, and Will. Probably Will is in there as well. I was reading I recommend reading his statement on why it's separate, and it confuses more people, both newcomers and Arrowverse fans. I've read his statements, and it 100% makes sense. I don't know what's confusing about it. More DC interference. It's all it is. Superman and Lois. All I'm guessing that the XK plot is going to be continued with next season with the new villain. Possibly. We still never figured out, you know, who was peddling the XK in the town, so we'll just have to wait and see. I'm speed running the chat. He's going to get a world record. Nah, I doubt it. I'm 20 minutes behind right now, it seems like. Read that one already. They really did some amazing acting in the finale of Stranger Things. Yes, they did. So good. Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 2. My emotions were all over the place. I cannot wait for Season 5. The latest episode of The Boys with that ending. Yeah, that was crazy. Dude, I don't even know. I don't know, man. I don't know what that's going to do if their trump card kind of gets turned on them, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see, but yeah, man. I'm still recovering from the finale for Stranger Things, and I'm excited to see how The Boys closes out next week. I really enjoyed the Season 8 finale of The Flash. The only weak points were the Cecile parts, 8 out of 10 rating for the finale, and 9 out of 10 rating for the season at all. Third best season for me. I think it's number 5 on my seasons still. Vecna versus Thanos. Easy. Sadie Sink, Gaten Matarazzo, Caleb McLaughlin, and Bobby Brown all deserve Emmy Awards for the performances. Dude, the cast is stacked with talented people. I would give them all awards if I could. Excited for hopefully Cobalt Blue to be the villain of one of the seasons. I'm excited for Cobalt Blue to be the villain or one of the villains in The Flash Season 9. Finally, after all these years, it's finally happening. It could also be Savitar. I think it's more than likely going to be Cobalt Blue. I don't think we'll revisit Savitar at any point. Did you give your cat a lion cut? That's the only cut they offer whenever we take her to get groomed. So, she had some matting in her fur we had to cut out. So, that was the only option that they had. So, yeah. Yeah, we did. Also, what is going on with Green Lantern? We have heard nothing about the Green Lantern show, and WB did not let Snyder use Green Lantern in his film, along with us not seeing Diggle as Green Lantern. I feel like we would have seen Diggle as Green Lantern and without any interference from Warner Brothers or DC if they didn't cancel the Arrowverse. That sounded like that was the reason why they cut off the Diggle plot, was because the show was getting canceled and they weren't going to be able to address it. But yeah, I don't know. We haven't heard anything at all about the show since the last casting announcement. Who is Cobalt Blue? Supervillain. I think Malcolm Thawne or something like that is his name. I can't remember exactly. It's from the future. There's two different like origins for him, so I'll just look him up. I don't really know that much about him other than his power set and his connection to Barry. They would actually have to spin something out for it to be the way it was. What the hell is going on? Need that to stop going there. Let's see. So, Omni, did I like the Superman finale or Flash finale better? The Superman Lois finale, probably. I felt like it was a better finale overall. I liked a lot of things in the Flash thing, but it was just, it was again, very Power Rangers-y. Definitely not as much so as the previous season, but I definitely, I don't know. The Superman Lois finale was leagues better, in my opinion. Ready for season 5? Hell yes. Have I seen Umbrella Academy? I have not. That is the next venture I think I might be setting out on. Now that we're completely caught up on Stranger Things and whatnot. Would you like if we got an arc with Black Racer and another one with Cobalt Blue? Sure. Hell yeah. I would be totally down for Black Racer. Actually, Andy's inside contact said it was literal last-minute decision. Well, I mean, I don't know. It might be last minute for anybody that shot something, but you can't really trust all of that. But you never know. We will never know the truth, but I believe what Todd said because it makes sense. The timeline adds up, but we'll just have to wait and see. How much into comics are you? Like, what's the extent of my knowledge? Wikipedia pages. I don't read most comics. I read about most comics, and it's usually DC. My knowledge of anything in Marvel is pretty much reduced to the movies and what I learn about the comics through watching the movies. That's pretty much it. DC, I have a pretty decent working knowledge of everything because I'm more of a DC fan at my core. So, I just don't have time to actually read the comics themselves. So I've spent a lot of times just kind of reading about characters, about arcs, history, all that jazz. Because I like it. It's easier, it's faster than going through the comics and getting spark notes on everything. And I try to keep up a little bit on what's going on currently, but I've kind of fallen off here recently. But when it comes to Marvel, I don't know jack shit, pretty much, outside of some video games and the live action stuff and the animated cartoons from the 90s. That's pretty much it. DC, I absorb as much as I can. Justice U TV show may not even be an Arrowverse show anymore. It may be set in the world of Superman and Lois, which is lame. That actually might make sense. More sense now that I'm thinking about it. They really are killing the Arrowverse. Oh yeah, it's definitely dead. Why build the universe for a decade only to kill it off in its 10th year? Shaking up that DC corner of their market. Let's see. There was something else I saw. Nice. I have the Hellfire t-shirt as well. I've got, I had the one I was wearing in the reaction. I got that, though I think I stained it, but we'll see. And then I have a Hellfire shirt that's just solid black. But yeah. I love that shirt, man. I love the design of it, too. Big ass head. Yes, I have one. I'm still gonna definitely try out an audition for season 5 of Stranger Things still. Go for it. Do it. Hell yeah. Let's see. Did you know there's supposed to be a 3 or more year time jump in season 5 of Stranger Things? The way the season ended, I don't know. I remember reading that there's going to be a significant time jump from the end of season 4 to season 5, but the way that season 5 or season 4 ended, I don't know how they're going to do that. I really don't know. Still very disappointed about the entire Superman and Lois situation. They could have handled it better. From a creative perspective, I understand it, I guess. Yeah, I get it. In as far as it was a business decision. Especially knowing that DC prompted these conversations shows you that they have their own agenda for everything going on. Now that Superman and Lois season is over, I think one of my biggest themes is actually parental regret. Every parent seems to display their regret in different ways as their parenting styles are so different. I can see that one. I can definitely see that. I was crying in season 4 finale. Me too. I have the McFarlane Stranger Things figures, but I'm disappointed that they never made a Max. Really? That's unfortunate. They need to get right on that. I hope Young Justice gets renewed because season 4 was amazing. And they need to conclude that story arc they've been setting up for the last forever. So I hope it gets picked back up. Season 4 is one of the best seasons, in my opinion. Superman and Lois is canon to the Arrowverse, even if it's on a different Earth. Supergirl was on a different Earth in pre-Crisis, and it's canon to the Arrowverse. Black Lightning was on a different Earth. Well, yeah, we know that, but they're not on the Earth. When we say the Arrowverse was created to condense all of that. You know, Crisis happened to delete the need for that explanation. So it was a conscious decision to isolate it from all of that. So I mean, using that logic, Michael Keaton's 89 Batman movie is in the Arrowverse. I don't know. It's just, it's not, he's not on the planet that was created by Oliver. So it is literally not Arrow's universe at that point. So I don't know. That's the way I'm looking at it. Candigraphs actually said that because of this bait and switch will cost the show about 100K and 150K viewers. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. I don't think the show will take that big of a hit, but I think it will take a little bit of one for sure. Still can't believe the finale holds 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's more like 2 hours and 22 minutes with credits, but yeah, it was fucking long. What's up, Omni? The Flash Season 8 finale was good, man. Barry tried to kill Thawne. He didn't care. Well, technically, he did kill Thawne with his own energy blast at the end, but Thawne is dead. We'll see how it pans out, but I hope we move on. Thank you again for another Super Chat, Scott. You think they might wrap up the Arrowverse in one big final special crossover type event? That would be cool. As long, if they close out Flash, when Flash goes out, I want them to make it a send-off for everything. Like, pay tribute to everything that came before and just kind of, like, respect the past and the history of it while we say goodbye to it. So I'm hoping that's at least the case. Man, I'm so behind already. Where was I? Here we are. The creative freedom argument doesn't make sense. Todd had a couple months ago said Lucy Lane is different because of Crisis, and now it's a different alternate universe. I mean, the creative freedom thing was something they wanted to do from the get-go, and they established that, and they could do their own thing, do whatever they wanted, regardless, with Crisis as an excuse. The thing is, they didn't want to confirm anything until later. So, I don't know. Check your DMs. They released the Namor photo. I'll have to check it out in a little while. It's so dumb. It's making me not want to watch season 3 at all. And I can't wait 2 more years until season 5 of Stranger Things. It's going to be quite the wait. And I actually have to wait with you guys now, because I watched all of it from season 1 to season 4 practically back to back, with the largest wait time being a month between volume 1 and volume 2. So yeah, we're I'm with you now, but that does not equate the pain you have all suffered up until this point. Chosen versus Johnny? Chosen. I would give that fight to Chosen for sure. Earth pre-crisis, and it was Canada. Earth is Canada Arrowverse. If Superman and Lois and Stargirl aren't Canada the Arrowverse, then their issue of Earth Prime Comics and their final issue of Earth Prime Comics aren't canon. That's not at all what is being said or being talked about here. Yeah, there's a whole other logic that we're having a difference of thought process on here, Thomas. Yeah, no, that's definitely not the case. I'm tired of seeing Diggle popping up on shows and we hardly see him. Yeah, me too. Like, it's cool, it's fun, but I want him to be involved like he was in that episode of The Flash. I think that's the only cameo where he actually got involved. And the Batwoman episode where, you know, he had those talks with Luke. Like, I'm still in Stranger Things mode, but yeah. I don't know. He definitely needs to be a little more involved than he was, especially in his cameos this season for everything. What's up, Stixie? Welcome. They can reboot villains with Crisis excuse. Didn't need to retcon itself out of the Arrowverse. Only major one they could have had is follow up with its John Cryer Lex Luthor, and everybody likes his Lex. Recently watched your top 10 shows video, and there's no way I'm getting to it anytime soon, but you definitely has convinced me to check out the X-Files in the near future. Ooh, yes, yes, good. If you start it, I must follow up on with your journey, dude. There's no one I found like 3 channels that have reacted to the X-Files, and it makes me sad. And I'm watching them right now, and it's just like, man, I wish it got more attention. You know, I just, like, people was discovered Buffy like 1,000 years later. Like, people need to discover the X-Files still. It's still so relevant to TV today. Would you like if they finish up Legends storyline in The Flash? Actually talked about that earlier. I think that's I hope they would do that. I hope that they do that. Eric Wallace, the showrunner for The Flash, said he's open to doing that as well. If Doctor Strange's body dies, but in his astral form, will it be stuck as a ghost? No, he will die. They addressed that in the first Doctor Strange movie. That's why he had to save his body, otherwise he would be dead. For Superman and Lois, I think it's interesting that John Henry Irons and Sam were both single parents, 2 strong-willed daughters, but when they went about caring for them in such strongly different ways, and Natalie's bond is stronger. Yeah, I love those parallels that they have in the show. Just shows the good writing that is involved into this show, man. I really like the relationship they've built with John Henry Irons and Natalie. It's beautiful. It is. And I like Sam's parental redemption arc this season as well. Like, showing the flaws and him owning it and him trying to go back on it and fix everything. I don't know. I really enjoyed it all. Dr. Fate versus Doctor Strange. Dr. Fate in my book. But I don't know. I don't know enough about both of them to really kind of dive into it too deeply. And you've asked that before. Did you know the chipmunk that Noir was talking to was the one he drew in 3rd or 4th episode earlier? I did not notice that. That is a good catch. DC is getting lazy. DC's been lazy for quite some time now. Have I reacted to the Harley Quinn show? No, because it was something I would watch on my own time. I didn't, while the first 2 seasons out, I don't think I was actually doing episode reactions, or at least that as many as I have been. But I will be watching Harley Quinn Season 3 and reacting to that. I already ordered a Hellfire Club t-shirt. Hell yeah? Love sausage worries me. What the fuck are you talking about? Fans like fan service and crossover, but they want to give us these lame-ass self-contained worlds, and the finale left a bad taste merely because of the missed potential and opportunities. 1000%. I'm actually looking forward to Brendan Fraser and Batgirl. Me too. I'm loving the rise and the return of Brendan Fraser. He's also going to be a Martin Scorsese film coming up, so I'm looking forward to seeing what all he gets into, and I'm excited for that. Let's see. I will definitely check out your Stranger Things 4 finale reactions. Go for it. Personally, think the Superman finales need something a bit more. I mean, yeah, I think that's fair. I actually want to see Austin Butler for Booster Gold. That wouldn't be bad. That would not be a bad choice. That might be a more expensive choice, but yeah. Did I read this twice, or did I get this message twice? I got the message twice. Batman news article explaining how they think this is a abuse of the multiverse concept and pre-Arrowverse attitude about how they only care about new viewers, not about fans following the universe. Yeah, I don't know. I can feel that. It does seem like a little bit of an outdated concept, at least right now, but we'll see. We'll see. Might be Austin for Ollie. Not a bad choice either. Let's see. See, Omni, my idea worked. If they could throw Superman in the sun to get his powers back, they could do the same thing with Jonathan. Yeah, and people were calling me out, like saying that I was overreacting about the sun thing, that it would kill him, and And I was like, they fucking threw him into the sun in this episode, and it fixed everything. And they could have done that 3 episodes ago, 2 episodes ago, and this would have been done. Jane and Thor versus Black Adam and Shazam. Black Adam, Shazam. I don't want to do these fights today, man. Stixie, give me actual stuff to talk about if you want to ask anything. If people can learn not to hate on whoever is cast after Amel. Oh yeah, I mean, I'll never, I won't say never, but I will always try to not be one of those people that hop on that train. So whoever comes post Amel, I'm going to at least always give the benefit of doubt to them as they come into everything. Oh, greatest Easter egg ever, the Atlantean sword, aka the Sword of Crom from Conan the Barbarian. I thought that thing looked familiar. Ooh, okay, that's cool. Editing Stranger Things took 11 hours. Oh, yeah. Oh, ooh, convenient. Nice number. I didn't even put that together. Nice connection there. Hope all is good and well. You too, man. What's my hype level for Thor 4? It's like a 7. I'd say it's like a 7. 7 out of 10. And another repeat comment from Khaled. If you continue to spam, I will continue to ignore it or delete it or time you out. Let's see. Hello, Omni. How are you today? Did you see the finale of Flash and Superman and Lois? I did, and oh my god, you'll never guess the big reveal of Superman and Lois, and it's pissing people off. Never guess? I watched it, dude. Oh, Daniel, you never cease to amaze me when you come in here. It's like... Oh, you know, this statement helping now has created a continuity, otherwise fans will leave. Has to create a continuity, otherwise fans will leave. This blocks creative freedom that Helbing This blocks creative freedom that Helbing used to separate the universes. No, I don't vibe with that. I don't see how that has anything to do with one or the other. Nothing to do with his statements blocks or hinders creative freedom at all. So yeah, I don't know. 2 hours and 22 minutes and an hour and 25 minutes. Yeah, it was a rough. That last episode, I was like, holy shit, this is still going. But yeah, it was still wild the entire way through. I hope they don't force a seal in some of the scenes. Oh, they are definitely going to. Especially since they unleveled her up just to level her back up in this finale. Just finished season 3 of Lost in Space, buddy. You need to watch it. It's so good. They hope they make a season 4. Huh. I watched the original show back in the day, the old black and white one, and then the movie that they made with Matt LeBlanc and Gary Oldman. Wildly different, but yeah, I have not checked out the new one at all. So I'm looking. I might. That might be one of the shows that I check out too at one point or another. Do you think Robbie and Miguel will finally get along in season 5? Not initially, but I hope by the end of it, they can start working towards healing. But I don't know. It's going to be difficult. It's after everything they've gone through, it's going to be difficult. We can always get a Reverse Flash origin as the HBO special in the future. Enough of Thawne. Blindwave said at the ending with Eddie makes more sense than Thawne because it bookends with season 1 finale. Yeah, I can agree with that. But they also, remember, with Eddie dying, you know, there's not a future Thawne. Thawne has been erased from the timeline. Like, he was only a time remnant before. So there's no Thawne, there's no Eobard Thawne that's going to be born later. So that's the only thing that kind of confuses me if we bring back a future Eddie Thawne or Malcolm Thawne or anything like that, or whoever. So they'll have to give some kind of hand-wavy excuse for that, but we'll see. We'll see. As long as the book ends with the beginning, I think that'll be fine. Do you think that Thawne is really gone, or do you think he will be back next season? I think he's really gone. I hope he's really gone, at least. The finale makes me wonder if Tag has the right to leave the government agency he's now tied to. Like, is he a free agent, or is he conscripted? That's a good question. That is a really good question. Based on the way he acted, I would have to imagine he's conscripted. Can Thor get shot like a bullet penetrate his skin, or can Asgardians in general get shot and bleed? In the comics, I'm pretty sure they are bulletproof. In the MCU, I don't know. We've never seen anybody just straight up shoot Thor. Have you heard the idea of Stormfront being Homelander's mom? But I thought Soldier Boy said that it was another woman. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, he said... June? The June Suite or something like that? Yeah, all he did was kind of like all he said was he ejaculated into a cup, and then they did whoever what with the sperm from there. So like I don't know. I mean, it could be. I wouldn't put it past that to be the case, especially given Homelander's obsessions. It could make sense to go that route. I remember there was something that had to do with Stormfront Homelander's creation, but I don't remember it from last season enough. But who knows? They could very well, you know, slap that in there. We'll see. What's my favorite restaurant? I don't know, man. That's way too hard to pick. It just depends on how hungry and what I'm hungry for at any given point. I've not seen any new TV shows on Netflix. I might check out Dark. That's another one I want to get into at one point or another, is that show. A lot of people have highly recommended to it, especially coming at me from my X-Files fan stance, so might be something I check and get into. Canada Graphs and Andy basically said WB PR team is to blame for overhype because they had to read and then they approved it. I mean, I guess. I don't know how all that works. All I know is Danielle said what she said. Something positive about Superman and Lois. I want Jor-El to come back in the new fortress next season. It would be really cool and wholesome if both Cal parents were training the kids. Do I agree? I would love to see that, but his crystal's destroyed. His mom's crystal's intact, so we know she's going to be there. But as far as we know, there's no other crystals of Jor in existence right now. Also saw The Black Phone. So good. It was a really good movie. Really good movie. Daniel, I literally made a video on the episode 3 days ago. I know the twist. I have seen it. I love it. X-Men 97, House of Harkness, and freshman year tease at D3 or Comic-Con. Probably D3. Probably D3. You just sent the article, Scott? Okay. I will check it out after the stream. How can Sam say Clark is the only superhero on Earth when they said the season has a school with kids with powers? Because they're not heroes. They might have abilities, but they're not, like, actively protecting civilians or anything like that. That's how I can mentally spin and twist that narrative. Because again, remember, season 1, it was still intended to be the Arrowverse. Yeah, man, it makes you have to work to make things make sense now, and it's annoying. And also remember, he said superhero, and he helping confirm that their Oliver did become the Green Arrow, but he didn't have powers, so he wasn't considered a superhero. Is also another syntax-based spin you got to take on the statement as well. Bendis really fucked that character up. Oh, talking about Jor-El. Sorry, I saw that up there. Why can't Clark try and talk to his mom to try and activate John's powers for him? Because he was upset about that. Just a thought. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm sure they could bring it up or talk about it. But he seemed more interested in sharing their Kryptonian technology with Jonathan. Maybe to make him their tech guy. And kind of follow up on that arc they kind of set up with him and Irons early on. Definitely looking forward to more Clark and Lois reporting like in the old days of the Daily Planet, and Jonathan getting Kryptonian technology and getting more involved in the action. First 2 seasons have been Jordan focused in terms of the kids. I want Jonathan to get some love next season. I agree with you there. I definitely agree with you there. You know, WB Discovery's new motto should be, we abuse and support abusers here. What? Wait, are we talking about Ezra? I'm not sure what we're talking about there. Jordan versus Connor. Jordan, probably, because he's got all of Clark's powers, it seems. On the 22nd, I was at Lax trying to catch a flight, and my flight gets canceled. So me and my mom leave the airport, and we get a threat of a weird U-Haul truck right next to the terminal we were at. So we had to wait an hour, and they got employees out of the airport before everyone else, and they called in the bomb squad, and everyone was moving away. Little to our knowledge, the car was parked next to the U-Haul, and everything turned out to be fine. We originally thought it was an active shooter, but that's crazy. But at least they took all the precautions. That had to have been pretty scary, though. Love Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 2. Cannot wait for Season 5. Right there with you. Right there with you. Season 4 was so intense, can't imagine what Season 5 is going to be like. Me either. Sounds so crazy. What's up, Kaiaseps? Non-spoiler Stranger Things 4 question. What do you think about the time jump between seasons 4 and 5 of Stranger Things? Duffer Brothers announced it would be a bigger time jump than before. I don't know. With the way it ended, I don't know how you do a time jump unless we come back and a lot of things are just different. I can't really explain my thought process on that without giving spoilers away, but I feel like a time jump doesn't make a lot of sense. But we'll see how, we just have to wait and see how they work it in. But yeah, I think if I remember right, it's to address the fact that the kids have massively grown up. So they want to have them feel and look more like the ages that they look. So I think that's what they're going to do. But yeah, I don't know. With the state of things at the end of the season, I'm not sure how you make a time jump work. I find it weird that this isn't our Diggle, has the same hair, and they probably have the same barber. Hey, sometimes things are just the same, Infinite possibilities. In this world, he could just have a different brand of toothbrush. What if Gotham Knights is in the Arrowverse? It's definitely not. I mean, Stephanie Brown's in it, and she's not the same Stephanie Brown from Batwoman. So, there you go. I want Barry to team up with Earth Prime Superman. Leave this Elseworld Superman in his own self-contained bubble on Earth Todd or Earth Helbing. We deserve a crossover with the Prime versions. Yeah, but the Prime version of Superman kind of sucks. But I would be down for it either way because it is Tyler no matter what. But the one thing that they did in Superman Lois is they made sure not to make Superman a little bitch. Let's talk about Green Lantern. WB Films will never allow Diggle to be Green Lantern. Helbing asked about it and was flat out told no, and was also told to never ask about it again. That's so annoying. The crystal could also be Philosopher's Stone from Season 3. Maybe Savitar is returning? I mean, it looked different from what I remember than what we saw there. I mean, that could be cool, but I don't know. If we didn't see Damian in this season already, I would probably not be as mad as I am now. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That was the biggest, like, what the fuck moment from that reveal. Was that we literally saw him in 3 episodes already this season. Why hype that up? It most likely won't because of Hal's legacy, but it's pretty BS. Jordan Kent and Omni Media, my fears exactly, because again, Batman is absolutely off limits to them, along with Supergirl, because of their movie. What is with all these puns? Stixie is, I don't know, just feeling like filling the void a little bit. I'm not even popping them up. I'm sorry, Stixie, but I got to get through the chat, so I'm not wasting it on anything that's not relevant to the conversation. Are you going to rewatch Season 4 of Stranger Things? Technically, I already have, because I have to watch it again every time I edit it. But I might watch it again, or at least do a full rewatch of everything after this, but we'll see. Would replacing Ezra with Grant be better, or should we just have a new Flash? I wouldn't be opposed to Grant. You know, people are like, he's just a TV actor. And it's like, so are most actors. You're only a TV actor until you make the leap to the big screen. And hell, even then, some movie actors still show up on TV shows. It's a stupid argument. So Grant could very well be, I think, a big screen Flash. But I feel like the more business and logic standpoint is to recast somebody wholly new with no legacy whatsoever behind it. I think that's what's going to happen probably. I didn't care in the Arrowverse. Superman and Lois is my only show that I watch on CW, but there was a lot of lazy writing and decisions making in that finale of Superman and Lois because so much made no sense. I agree there, 100%. 100%. I gave up on the CW long ago, like 3 years ago now. Who would win on a fight, Kreese or Terry Silver? Probably Terry. Are we still getting Justice U? It is still in pre-production, but no official order has been given for a season. I don't even think that the pilot's been ordered yet. Eric Wallace said that the show's never really said it was going to give be a Green Lantern ring in the box. He said that just because Diggle threw the box away doesn't mean the storyline of that box is over. Yeah, he did say that. Fuck Eric Wallace if he wants to spin that statement. We actually never said that the green light is a Green Lantern ring. You spend seasons, years, teasing his connection to the Stewarts, his connection to all these other things. And you just want to be like, well, we never actually said, fuck you. Does Barry still have all the forces, and would you be okay if he still kept all the powers? I don't think he still has all the powers. I think like the last time they powered him up, it was temporary. But if he still has it, that would be crazy. But I thought there was a line at the end that said that that it was a temporary, but I could just be misremembering. But I think it would be insane if he still had the powers. If he still had the powers, though, I don't know who could be a threat to him. Like in future seasons or anything like that. Then when Arrowverse Diggle threw the Green Lantern ring away, it disappeared to the Superman and Lois universe, and Diggle will find that ring there. That's a cool connection. Well, I mean, the Diggle on Superman and Lois had his own green box that he turned down too. So none of it makes sense. Who would win? Leveled up Superman we saw in the finale, or leveled up Flash we saw in the finale? Flash. I mean, he could freeze time. With the Still Force, he could freeze him in his tracks. The problem I have though with that is I don't know if he could hurt him. But he would be the Strength Force, so he could, in theory, take Superman's strength away. So, there is that. Where did I get the Hellfire Club t-shirt? That one, I don't remember. I found it on a Twitter thread. But you can also check on Amazon. That's where I got the solid black one, and they got some of the other ones as well. That's where I usually go to look. And what's going on with Justice Hugh? Would that be in another universe? Or, I have no idea. I have no idea. Out of the theme songs from shows covered on this channel, which ones have the best ringtone potential? Probably... I'm probably going to go with Peacemaker or Doctor Who. Actually, one of my alarms is one of the Doctor Who songs, but that's probably, as far as ringtone potential, those would be the choices I would go with from what we've covered. Because the Wigwam song, man, I would wake up feeling pretty good if that would play it every time. How did Tal manage to get the Bizarroverse before they closed the portal? And why did he decide to stay in a place with a red sun? He's going to be powerless after a time. Yeah, I didn't think about that until I was watching Blind Wave's reaction. They closed the portal before he went. Like, and how did he get those trucks to Jordan and Jonathan from the other side? No, it doesn't make any sense. And you're right. He is going to become just a human over there the longer he's there. So what's the point? I don't know what the point is. I just finished reading the Invincible comics, and I definitely need season 2 because the comics are great, but I need the show back. As far as I know, they haven't even started production on season 2 yet, which is a crime. Leveled up Flash would freeze Superman and stomp him with the Strength Force. The visual effects I know make Superman look stronger, but Forever Force Barry is literally a god. That's what I'm saying, man. The only thing that the Flash finale missed was the Power Rangers theme song. In my reaction, I added it. What is that wagging tail next to you? Oh, well, that message probably came in a long time ago. It was probably my cat. Would I ever walk to TVD or Teen Wolf? What's TVD? I don't know what TVD stands for. Teen Wolf? I don't know, maybe. Because with Tyler's in it, maybe one day. I've thought about it, but we'll just have to wait and see what I'm feeling like. I trust my mood most of the time, rather than the algorithm or anything like that. But I wouldn't say no to Teen Wolf, and I don't know what TVD is. So if you can clarify that, let me know. For now, he says, but they'll sneak up on us. Umbrella Academy is definitely worth it. You should not watch the trailers like you did with Stranger Things so you don't get spoilers. Will do. I find it stupid that Superman and Lois is separate from the Arrowverse, but at the same time, the exact same amount of restrictions, just like the Arrowverse. Helbing said that on Andy's podcast. That is dumb as hell. If they're still restricting the show. WB needs to get their shit together. And stop with that shit. People are losing faith in the MCU, but they're obviously leading towards Secret Wars with the multiverse and Fantastic Four coming. And Secret Invasion's coming around, so yeah. I'm not losing faith in the MCU at all. People are just like, it's got no direction. When, like, we didn't know what direction the Avengers were going in the first phase until it happened. So, people just need to be patient. Who do I like better, Wally or Barry comics in the CW show? In the show, Barry. In the comics, I don't know. It's always tough. Probably still Barry, but I do really love Wally. Especially in the comics, though. Sunglasses. What's up, Alone? Why, though? Arrowverse can be moved to HBO Max. Hell, head of HBO. They own the streaming rights. Offered Batwoman another season, but Discovery flat out denied that. Ebarthon came back as negative Flash in the past, and then they erased him from the entire timeline. That would create major problems for the timeline because Thawne is dead. Where did this comment go? There we go. I'm rewatching season 4, episode 9 again, probably in a bit. Cool. The Arrowverse Prime, post-Crisis, new rules. Before Crisis, Supergirl could be considered Arrowverse, but after Crisis, I think the Arrowverse means Earth Prime. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the Arrowverse was a bunch of, like, barely connected threads. And Crisis was meant to bind those threads together to eliminate the confusion of it all, to bring the Arrowverse to one place. And Stargirl was purposefully left separate on its own Earth, just like Titans, just like Swamp Thing, just like Michael Keaton's Batman, just like Adam West's Batman, just like the Christopher Reeve Superman. They are out there with that. Everything that was Arrowverse is Earth Prime, was what Crisis set up. And this just betrays that. So that's the big annoyance of it all. And if you want to bring in the Earth Prime comic into the conversation, there wasn't actually a crossover that happened with those shows. Their villains are the only ones that came to Earth Prime. No hero did. Like, Stargirl didn't come over. Superman didn't come over. It was just evil Superman from John Henry Irons' Earth and that Needle dude whose name I can't remember. Yeah, it was very superficial how it was handled. Max has been excluded from a lot of Stranger Things merch and art featuring the kids because she was a late arrival. I think that's going to change now. Hmm. Still, though, I mean, she's been around for, what, since season 2, so, like, it seems it's a little silly to me that for 2 seasons they haven't made any merch for her. That is a good point. If Thawne is crucial to the timeline, if he is erased from all reality, then Flash's mother should still be alive. Oh, you made a good point. I don't know. Fucking man. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, man. The timeline Thawne shit doesn't make any sense. Watching Always Sunny and the gang just locked their family and friends in burning apartment and just left and laughed. Okay. I need to watch Squid Game. Never seen it. Check it out. It's really good. I would recommend not watching it with the dub. Unless you're somebody who has a hard time watching and reading at the same time. Because the dubbing's not very good, in my opinion, and it really brings down the performances for me. I've watched both. I watched it subbed the first time, I watched it dubbed the second, and it's so hard to take anything seriously because it's just so poorly done. So I would watch it with the subtitles if you have the chance. Batman or Vecna? Batman, for sure. If Flash Season 9 is the last season, it should wrap up the Flash. It's not just the Flash's job to wrap up the Arrowverse, in my opinion. That's fair. I mean, I get it. But my hang up with that is that it's the final show to go out. Like, for the people that are still watching and the people that have been around a long time, I think like a little something for the Arrowverse as a whole, I think is a small ask. Just wanted to praise Sadie and Caleb because they were two characters that really had me emotionally invested than Elle and Will, no doubt. Me too, for sure. Diggle is getting annoying. He's no longer going to be Green Lantern. Now he's contributed retcons. Commit to something, for fuck's sake, Diggle. In future seasons, I think Sarah's going to pair up with Jonathan since she's going to have more in common with him, caretakers and powerless, than she would with Jordan. All three have depression and anxiety. That would be cool. That would definitely be an interesting shakeup of dynamics. Maybe they can get Michael Rosenbaum as the Lex Luthor of the Superman Lois universe. Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. Oh man, he's still hands down my favorite Lex Luthor. So I would be totally okay with him coming in there over John Cryer. But he's not acting much anymore. I was talking to my mom, and she should watch Stranger Things. She's never seen it, but I'll definitely watch with her soon. She was born in the 1980s. She'll recognize a lot more than you did then. That'll be fun. That'll be a fun watch to do. Rosamond would probably agree to play an evil Johnny Quick or Wally West than Lex Luthor. He's not going to return as Lex. Well, I don't know. I mean, he is working on voicing Lex in an animated sequel to Smallville, so, I mean, it's not off the table. But I don't think he would do... I don't see him coming back into anything live action superhero related, personally. Superman Lois subreddit is tearing the show apart because of how much focus Lana got. Jonathan fans are really upset. Allie was a villain, was also very mediocre. I don't understand the hate that Lana got in it. I do think that they really failed to give Jonathan anything to do in the back half, which was annoying and frustrating. And yeah, Allie was not fleshed out at all and was a very lame villain in the end. You think Lobo will be in season 3 of Superman and Lois? I don't like the version of him on the Krypton TV show. What are your thoughts? I've never seen the Krypton TV show, but he did show up in the Superman and Lois Earth Prime comic. So he's out there. They've confirmed he's on that Earth at least. So, who knows? I'd be down for it. Jordan versus Kite Man. What kind of question is that? Jordan. Kite Man's a joke. Don't think it's in the DCEU. I don't know. We don't know. We'll see. Brendan Fraser's in Batgirl? Yep, he will be. Do you think that Jordan will finally get X-ray vision next season? Possibly. Possibly. I was watching season 4, episode 9 last night and got some popcorn and Coke, and I'm watching it. Hell yeah. Sounds like a good time to me. I had a whiskey and then I started watching it. So, for sure. Non-Superman Lois, I'm still hyped about the Sandman in August. Can't wait to see who reacts to it and how it does. I'm gonna be checking it out. I'm at least planning on checking it out, and reacting to it. Don't know how it's gonna do overall, but I'm really intrigued and interested about it because I've always heard these things about the Sandman, but I don't know anything about it. So it'll be my opportunity to get in there and check it out. Okay, man, I gotta talk to you a few minutes. We can talk more soon. Take it easy, Jim. One more thing. Hustle basketball movie. So good on Netflix. You should definitely react to it. I haven't heard of it, so I'll have to look into it. There are currently 7 ongoing live-action DC TV shows. The Flash, Superman Lois, Stargirl, Pennyworth, Titans, Doom Patrol, and Peacemaker. Which one do I like the most and dislike the most? Oh, dislike? Well, I haven't seen Pennyworth, to be fair, but it's easily Titans. Like, there's no conversation that Titans is the one I dislike the most. The one I like the most? Probably Flash, just because I have a lot of sentimental value to it. And Superman Lois is new to this whole thing, and it's been fantastic. And I would say it's better than current Flash. That's for certain. But I don't know. It's hard to beat those first 3 seasons of The Flash for me. Also, I think I enjoy Doom Patrol more than I enjoy Superman Lois, too, at times. Peacemaker was also really good, but I'm going to give it to The Flash. I personally don't hate the whole Superman Lois not being on Earth Prime. I love the finale and hope the show continues for a long time. I think this could open the door for a few things. Oh, yeah, it definitely opens us up to a whole reset of things, so who knows? We might have a Superman and Lois verse in the future. We'll see. Another positive thing about Superman and Lois is its own self-contained world means that the stakes are high because he's the only hero to protect the world. That is also true. Now that we know also, we don't have to be like, well, where's his help? Where's Barry? Where's Supergirl? Where are all these people? They're not. We just have that answer. What we have is what we have. So yeah, it definitely does make the stakes quite high for the show when all things are said and done. I know this might sound stupid, but I want a Batman and Robin show in the style of Superman and Lois, bringing Warren Christie on a separate Earth with his Robin sons. Oh, that would be cool. That would be neat. I'd dig that. Hell, you could even have it on the Superman and Lois Earth now. If Oliver Queen can be Green Arrow on this Earth and then not matter, they could have Batman in there. When I saw how hype you were in the middle through the Superman into the Sun made me even more excited for the scene. Hell yeah. Let's see. That scene was awesome. Like, anytime Superman does shit like that in the comics, it's wild. And I love the way they, like showed off its power. And I love the way that it accentuated his suit. It was just visually very cool looking. Like, he went Super Saiyan almost without his actual hair changing. Eric Wallace said she got telekinesis as a gift for helping the forces by Bashir. Why didn't we just say that in the show? That's so annoying. Hope Robbie will apologize to Hawk for cutting off his hair. Robbie's got a lot of making up to do. Some people were theorizing that maybe Cobalt Blue is Malcolm Dolan. Get this, Malcolm would be the child of Mina and Matt Letcher Thawne, who died. That's why Cobalt Blue is from 2049. Lame theory. Hey, honestly, I didn't think about that. That would actually make sense. Because if there is no Eddie, there should be no future Thawne. But they were in like a genetics lab with robotics and neuro bullshit and cryonics and all kinds of stuff was where that thing panned into. So could be a clone. I don't know. Thoughts on Nexstar in talks to get 75% of the CW with no cash offer and simply taking on the CW's debt. I don't know. I don't really have any thoughts about it. To be honest, not until they are in action and they are making decisions. What if Kyle will be in charge of the DoD next season? How do you get to that? How would he even get to that? For your reaction to Stranger Things, I laughed so hard with we gotta call Buffy, Mulder, Blade, Constantine, just the most random team ever. Dude, I was thinking of everybody that I was just going through anybody that deals with supernatural shit on the regular. That just anybody that would come to mind. Speaking of, I've never showed it off, but I have all of the X-Files pops. Him. Hold on. Focus. Don't focus on me. Fox Mulder. So yeah, I have I'm not going to go grab every one of them, but I've got... Come on. No, I gotta hide because it's face tracking. Yeah, the Dana Scully, Smoking Man, and the Alien. They're all back here somewhere. Gotta go. Take care, Omni. Really enjoyed your reactions to The Flash and Superman. Looking forward to your reactions of the Sandman TV show. Thanks, man. Take it easy. I'm glad you could stop in. Share our varied thoughts on this train wreck of a universe. Hopper is really the heart of Stranger Things. He's my heart of Stranger Things. That's for sure. Also, excuse me if I'm typing like a crazy person. I has the COVID. Oh, it's no problem, man. Hope you feel better. Yo, my boy, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good, considering I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. But I haven't been getting a lot of sleep at all this week. And I feel okay at the moment. But I will probably be just not getting out of bed tomorrow, though, since I don't have anything to do. But I'm doing good otherwise. Does Soldier Boy have a shield in the boys? Yes. I hope the fortress is going to be better than Supergirl's fortress because her fortress is gorgeous. I hope it has a different aesthetic than just the cave, at least. Which I liked it because it was alien, but it's a little... I don't know. Bland. The school with people with powers, they're not superheroes, they're soldiers. They're tools for the government. Superheroes mean free agents of the world. See, that's what I was trying to say. Actually. Okay, next sport employees quit last March. They are becoming the right wing. Oh, God. Okay, I'm getting away from that conversation. It wasn't directed here. Bro, we need to talk. You ate a sippy videos. What? Let's see. Ah, okay. Those just hadn't been deleted yet. Looks like somebody's upset. Don't know why. It would be interesting if Jonathan was the bridge between Jordan's superheroics and Natalie's human technology, much like a bridge between human and Kryptonian falling on the more human side. That would be cool. What's up, author? Clark told Jonathan that his mother has some Kryptonian tech for him. If he doesn't get powers, he could be given a Superman-like suit that is charged by the sun. Oh, that would be cool. I would totally be down with that. It says one of two, but I don't see the two. Here it is. and provide him with Kryptonian levels of super strength, super speed, and flight. It would make him distinct from Jordan. Just a fun thought. It's the first time watching you live. Nice to be here. Well, welcome, author. Got a One Piece profile pic. Hear that's finally coming to an end. Once it's actually over, I might actually give it a chance. I've still never seen a single episode of that show. Or read the manga, for that matter. Talking about how WB abusive towards fans. I won't say anything about abusers like Amber and Ezra. Zaslav won't let them reshoot key scenes with someone else. Fair enough. Gotta put that bitch baby in a timeout. Oh, woo. Good job, hon. Next thing you know, they're going to be a Spider-Man in the Boys universe, and they're going to have him Kid Arachnid or some shit. We already have Ant-Man, Scarlet Witch, Captain America. I mean, you understand that the Boys is a parody, right? A satire. It's kind of the point. Which do you think is more? Which drug do I think is more effective, Velocity X or XK? XK, honestly, because it gives you super speed, but also all the other benefits of being Kryptonian, short of flight. And even some of them could still fly, but mildly. But XK can kill people if overused. I can't remember if Velocity X ever killed anybody. I heard season 5 there's going to be 5 deaths. I'm sure. I mean, I don't know how anybody would know right now. If Cecile and Allegra are going to get powers, I think they should get suits. I agree. Though, I want them both off the fucking field. Have you checked out the Awesomes yet? I have not. I meant level up. We're gonna... Oh, okay, I see what you mean. When Diggle told John that he killed his version of John Henry Irons, did that version of John Henry Irons dead on their Earth? He didn't say he killed him. He said, what's his name? Bruno Mannheim killed John Henry Irons on Earth. We found out last season that John Henry Irons on their Earth was dead. He died in some kind of mining accident or something like that. Yeah, we knew that the Superman and Lois, like their Earth's John Henry Irons, had died. We learned that last season. But yeah, they found out since that Bruno Mannheim had him killed for some reason. I hope they don't make Jonathan Superboy Prime, because this season it seems like Jordan gets better and Jonathan gets worse. Yeah, I hope not either. I really hope they never go the Superboy Prime route. Just here to post stickers and vibe. Well, welcome, Bigger Bear. Welcome, welcome. Other heroes existed on Superman and Lois Earth. Tauro said, I've seen you rise where other heroes haven't throughout the decades. Who were the other heroes on Superman and Lois's Earth? Well, Todd said Oliver was Green Arrow on this Earth, but he, again, to reiterate that nobody else has powers on this Earth, is what he said, so... That is technically true. Lucas Till as next the Flash? Who's Lucas Till? Oh, that kid. Sure. I say that kid. He's 2 years younger than me. I don't know how old I am. He's 3 years younger than me. And taller. But yeah. Yeah, he was Havoc in First Class. I could see it. I could see it. Again, Prime Clark being less powerful. WB literally had a contract with TV Superman and had less be powerful than the movie version. As their movie plans for Superman started to freeze, they gave permission to use him with the plan to make him powerful again after Crisis. So the Prime Superman is still powerful second to this new Superman. WB's legalities are utterly confusing, man. Again, they never wanted Superman to be a jobber, but WB's stupid decision-making and legalities make people think that CW or Berlanti have a choice or a say in this matter. Oh no, I 100% don't blame Berlanti or CW. I blame the showrunner of said show that really wanted to make it very apparent that they don't give two shits about Superman. This is why I stopped watching that show for like 4 years. Where did I leave off? Here we are. Stranger Things Volume 2 was a phenomenal masterpiece, one of my favorite shows of all time, and definitely my favorite Netflix series. It's definitely getting up there. It is definitely up there. I'm going to have to rework my top 10 TV shows of all time, I feel like, once the show comes to an end. Do you think I could make the cast of Stranger Things 5 if I auditioned? Go for it. Try. You never know until you try. Evan Peters would do wonders as the Flash. He's already been a speedster in the MCU, but I feel like he would be good as the Scarlet Stepper. Speedster. Would have been a very better acronym. What? Anyway, Evan Peters as the Flash. Sure, I could see it. I love Evan Peters, so. But yeah, he has the only version of Quicksilver I actually like. So I wouldn't be opposed to that. Where do you audition for Netflix shows? Anyway, I have no idea. Ask them. I already know Chosen and Johnny are going to get along. That'll be fun to see that interaction, that's for sure. HBO Max series, Excess and Impulse, but please, in the same universe. Yeah. I don't think we're getting any more Arrowverse spinoffs, though, at this point. Volume 2, without spoilers, wasn't perfect, but it was pretty damn close, and it was phenomenal in many ways. Can't wait for Season 5. 100% agree. Definitely agree with that. If Eric Wallace thinks that green light wasn't the Green Lantern ring, he's lying to himself. Yes, and to us. Maybe the green light was the Moss version of a black light. Maybe. You think we'll get Silver in Sonic 3? No, we're gonna focus on Shadow and Sonic 3. We're not. It's way too early. You can't introduce Shadow and then also introduce Silver. I don't think that they would do that personally. If they did, it'd be weird. I'd be for it, but it'd be weird. Dude, I am so sad. Bro, I'm so sad. We won't have another Stranger Things for a minimum of 2 years. Maybe more, but I don't know. The Duffers won't let us down, hopefully. Yeah, they said to definitely not expect it to take as long as it did for Season 4 to come. Which, there's a whole multitude of reasons that took forever to make, but 2 years, 1 year, who knows? But 2 years is probably the safer bet on when to expect it, given the scope and scale of this show. We have, in theory, Season 3 of Superman and Lois with a healthy married couple, hence a co-parenting couple, Cushings and Cortez, and a single father. All kinds of families represented. And I'm glad. That was one of my biggest takeaways from the Season 3 finale was they didn't just mend everything between Kyle and Lana. That they're going to stay split by the end of it. I'm glad that they went with that decision. Because, like I said, it shows representation. It shows different angles, viewpoints, different things. It sheds light and props up different types of dynamics. And I'm glad that they went that route instead of just repairing it. TVD is, the Vampire Diaries. Okay. I've seen the first episode. That's it. When it originally aired on air day 1. I watched the first episode, but I never watched anything after that. Maybe one day. Wonder Bizarro Superman is dead. Yes. Bizarro Talro is dead. Yes. Our Tal is there now. Yes. In the finale, our Talro said that he saw Superman being a hero for years and wanted to try it out. So, he did. Man, I need some water. This wine's drying out my mouth. Ugh. I'm not going to put it up on the screen, but did you hear about the Spider-Man Lotus stuff? Yeah, that's insane. And I'm glad that Ultra backed out of that project. So, and just how deep that rabbit hole kept going was insane to me. It was wild and disgusting. I don't know how anybody just kind of like continuously put up with that stuff. But yeah. I was never really actively following that project anyway, so I wasn't looking forward to it. I wasn't watching it. I didn't even react to the trailer or anything like some people did, so just I don't care. Maybe Tal has a multiversal delivery system. Maybe. That would explain how he got there. In summary, basically it's Twilight in serialization and show form. That's kind of the vibe I got. For sure. What if they are setting up a Tauro to be the future hero of the Bizarro world? Well, he doesn't have powers there. Maybe somehow he find a way to get powers there as well. Well, he could take green kryptonite, I guess, and use that to power himself up there. Oh, no, that's how they power up. He would have to find XK there, which is their kryptonite, to power himself up there. All right, sorry about that. Got confused for a second. And that's how he gets trucks to Jordan and Jonathan. Do you think Batman is in the Arrowverse? We know that the Arrowverse has a Batman, but we just don't know where he is. Do you think Stranger Things finale was better than season 3? Yes. I do. Superman and Lois portals are not closed. John Henry Isles was able to break the connection to merge. Tauro can use XK to power up if needed. They said they closed the portals afterwards. Like Superman, there was a line somewhere in there. Someone said that the portals were closed. So, let's see. Hope we get Stargirl crossover with the other heroes on Earth Prime, but they didn't do it for the issue of Earth Prime comic. Yeah, it's yeah, that was one of the big disappointing things to me, that they didn't take that opportunity there. Would I rather watch BVS or Arrow Season 4? Arrow Season 4. Arrow Season 4. I don't hate Arrow Season 4. Again, still stupid WB, basically separating the shows only to give the exact same amount of restrictions imposed. I wouldn't be surprised if CW canceled The Flash and not give the Arrowverse a proper ending. I mean, they canceled Batwoman and Legends, 2 shows with LGBTQ plus main ships. That's yeah, that was a big old negative to the whole thing. On probably the worst day ever for that too, on an LGBTQ day. Meaning we will probably not get a Bart or Nora show, as Nora is an LGBTQ character. I mean, I don't think we're going to be getting any Arrowverse shows, any new Arrowverse shows at all. I think it's pretty apparent to me, at least, that they want to delete all of that and just move on fresh and new from that point on. I'd at least get a look at some cool cinematography for 3 hours. What if Barry's mother dying is a fixed point in time? It could be. That could be the case. Honestly, MVP to me sometimes, and this person in charge of wardrobe on Superman and Lois. Sometimes I look at some of their clothes and get so jealous. I've never really thought about it. I will say the one time I noticed it more so than anything was in the final shot with them on the boat and that cardigan that fucking Clark is wearing. I was like, that's the only time that my attention was drawn in on what the characters were actually wearing. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that didn't look like something Clark would wear. That looks like something Tyler would wear. Who do you think would make Zoom who would make Zoom? Make a Zoom. Like, who would play a good Zoom in DCEU? Anthony Starr. Give me Anthony Starr. Right? Either as Reverse Flash or, Zoom. Which in the comics are the same person. But still. Am I a weird person for liking The Amazing Spider-Man or Venom? Am I a weird person for liking The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Eternals, Morbius, and Venom before other popular movies? And when I tell them, they never seem to believe me. I mean, enjoying something is fine. Acknowledging that they aren't good movies is a different thing. I enjoy Venom. It's not a good movie. I like The Eternals. I actually do think that's a good movie, though. I liked it. It has problems, but I enjoyed it. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. There's things you can like in the movie. There's things I definitely would understand people liking in the movie. I just think it's a bad movie. Same with Morbius. There's things in it to enjoy, but it's just a bad movie. I like bad movies. One of my favorite movies is The Room, and it is awful. So, like, I don't know. But for genuinely, the problem... Anyway, that's going down a rabbit hole. Feel how you feel. Like, are you weird for doing it? No. Your subjectivity is on a different level than other people's. You know? Don't let it get you down. But it is just not the way that most people think. Anyway, moving on. I thought Jonathan was going to use the XK to help in the fight with Allie. I thought that too, but nope. Are you not seeing the 199 super chats? I posted them. Oh, wait, hold up. I missed one. Oh, no. Apparently, I missed both of them. I am sorry about that, Scott. Apparently, I missed two. Where did it go? Here's one. Could Superman and Stargirl be brought into season 9? I'm sure they could definitely be brought in. Whether it's the Superman Lois Superman or the Earth Prime Superman, you have two options. If they crack open the multiverse for an episode, I'm sure they could just kind of hop in and be like, hi, and then contribute and then dip. It's definitely possible, for sure, for them to be in there. We know it's not impossible, so I think it would be just likely that they'll show up. Probably not, but can they? Sure. How will the DCU JSA lore be explained in Black Adam? I have no idea. I mean, I don't know what direction they're going to go with it. So I don't know. I honestly can't answer that question, though. But I appreciate the super chats, and I'm sorry that I missed them, man. I really am. Where did I go? Here we are. Maybe the Duffers mean there will be a big time jump to end season 5. Maybe all the characters as adults. The way I understood it, that they said that there would be a time jump between 4 to the start of 5. But yeah, with the way that it ended, I don't know how that would work. Do you think Superman and Lois should move away from the CW and move to HBO Max? They can't. It is a CW show. HBO would have to purchase it from the CW and license it to their streamer or take over the production of it. They can't just move it. The show can't make that decision either. CW owns that show. So it can't just fly to this HBO. So there's a lot of loopholes that would have to go around and red tape that comes involved with that. But could it? Sure. Will it? Probably not. The Duffers are talented, and I can't wait to see what they do with Stranger Things. That 11 helicopter scene in episode 8 was insane. Really hope if they give Jordan X-ray vision, they don't do the whole peeping Tom thing. Oh, me too. They seem too mature for that, so maybe like a little like accidental something, but like not like actively him like seeking out Sarah or anything like that. He might be like, oh, fuck. But anything more than that would be weird. Hopper and Joe really are a lot alike. They both are the glue that keeps the team together. 100%. What's the second worst DC show, in my opinion? Supergirl. The thing is, I like the characters a lot. I love the actors and actresses and everybody involved in it. It's just the show's garbage, like most of the time. I think season 3 and 4 were okay, were pretty decent, but overall, it's just It's just bonkers Power Rangers silliness, and not even like in the good way most of the time. But those are the only ones I've seen, so. And the music in this Stranger Things season was great. Not just Kate Bush, but bringing back some great songs from previous seasons, but remixing them and some of the score with 11 in the main theme. Yeah, it was phenomenal. The score this season was great. And they, like I mentioned this in my reaction, they really got their mileage out of their license for that Kate Bush song. We didn't really get a cliffhanger for Superman and Lois. We didn't. The only thing we got was the tease for Bruno Mannheim and John Henry Irons' adventure going forward. You're right. There wasn't really a cliffhanger at the end other than that. I wonder how they're going to handle Jordan learning how and who to prioritize, learning how to cope with not being able to save everyone while dealing with the anxiety. Oh, I didn't even consider that aspect of it. Oh, I really hope they dive into that. That would be really interesting if he actually starts going out into the field more. My theory is that Hawkman and Dr. Fate were part of the original JSA and the DCEU, and recruit Cyclone and Atom Smasher to form a new JSA. It could be. That could be cool. Because they tried to, in the trailer, they tried to recruit Black Adam, I think, at one point. So it makes sense if they're trying to build a new one for some new threat or whatever. What if Cecile becomes Magneto 2.0? That scene at the cabin in Volume 2 was heartwarming. I don't think that's a spoiler. That's so vague. Anyway, good night, Adit. Imagine if talk like, oh my god. Eddie and Dustin were my favorite friendships that show in the show, besides Dustin and Steve. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm not going to post this one, but Andre Elisi, the Metallica comment. Yes, I agree with those. I agree with that as well. 100%. What's up, William? How am I? I'm doing all right. I'm doing good. I was rewatching Goodfellas last night and was wanting to know your thoughts on the film. I've never seen it. I've never seen the Goodfellas, so I have no thoughts, unfortunately. I hope you enjoyed rewatching it, though. What if one of the kids in the school with powers is Connor? That would be weird. Would there be a clone of Superman just there? That'd be my question. But who knows? You never know. The guy who plays Deadpool, he could also be the new Flash if he wanted to. Ryan Reynolds? I mean, he could. No Snap's performances this season of finale of Stranger Things was sublime. I couldn't stop crying. That kid is going places, no doubt about it. I hope so. He was phenomenal. He's always been great. Like, even like when he was young in the early seasons, I think he was one of the best of the kids. That's for sure. But they've all kind of grown and evolved, I think, in their abilities since the beginning. But he's the one that definitely shines the most, I think, out of the kids. I want Chester to be on the field instead of Allegra and Cecile. I don't want any of them on the field. I want just the Flash in the field. What's up, Cameron? Haven't been able to stop in for one of these for a while. No problem, man. Life happens. Don't worry about it. But you're always welcome, man. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. All right. With the Flash, probably the whole universe ends. With the end of the Flash, probably the whole Arrowverse ends. What means that we didn't get anything with Ryan Choi as Adam, besides a few scenes in Armageddon. Yeah, again, another thing that Crisis set up that they never got to pay off because of all these tragic-ass dominoes that came after Crisis came out. It's unfortunate because Crisis really did promise a lot. And then the world went to shit. CW's getting sold. Warner Brothers got bought. so many things that were just out of control, out of their control. All just kind of happened behind the scenes problems on some of the shows that really hampered things. It was just a lot of unfortunate events that they just couldn't follow up and build off of everything they were going to do. Do I think Chris Pratt would make a good Green Lantern? I think he could be a decent Hal Jordan, maybe. I hope the Master Puppets skyrockets like running up that hill did. I hope so too. If John gets powers, it has to be in a way different than the way Jordan did. Not necessarily. Mike Coulter would make an amazing Jon Stewart. Oh, I would definitely be down for that. Did I see the Super Sons trailer? I did, and I just don't like the animation. Or the art style. So, I did watch it. I just didn't react to it. I'm glad they just didn't rush Lana and Kyle's relationship and that what happens in real life happens. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm glad that they stuck with that too. Glad I got to see you all. Stay morbid. Take it easy, Stixie. Miss Marvel has 2 episodes left. Only 2. I mean, not a lot of people are watching it, but I really enjoy it. I really find the show extremely endearing. One thing that doesn't make sense is when Thawne absorbed all the forces, he got a new suit, but Barry didn't. I thought that too. I was like, oh. And then nothing happened. I was like, aw. Imagine Homelander genetically engineers a kid with Maeve, and it grows up. Ryan would be in trouble if that kid turns out evil in a possible spinoff show. Ooh, that'd be crazy. I didn't think about that. In the 90s, there was a show called Exo Squad that would be an excellent live-action show. Space fights, politics, terraforming, and colonies. Are there any old cartoons you wish would become live action? To become live action. I don't know. I can't. Gundam Wing would be really cool. But again, adapting anime is always so difficult. Street Sharks. Honestly, no. Like, when I heard that they were making a gritty live-action Powerpuff Girls show, I was like, it made me think, what would be fun to see, like, a gritty take on? Would be, like, a gritty Dexter's Lab. That would be wild. That would be wild. You hate the finale of Stranger Things. Really? People feel different ways. I'm sorry you didn't like it. I loved it. Who would win a fight? Michelle Yeoh or Chosen? Like Michelle Yeoh, the actress, or Chosen? Like Chosen's actor or Chosen the character? Chosen the character would probably win. Michelle Yeoh in real life would probably win. It's morbid time. Clark wore that in season 2, or in Superman 2. Oh, the sweater? The cardigan? Like, Tyler's Clark or a different Clark? If we get Jordan, would you want it to be more like Connor's suit or Jonathan's suit from the comics? More like Jonathan's. Are the portals another Earth or just a parallel universe? I don't think that was explained. They're not another universe. It's a parallel symbiotic mirror. It's more like the Mirrorverse. It's its own pocket universe. You know, we got Earth, Superman, and Lois, and within that universe is both the Bizarro world and our world. Is the way I understood the way they explained it. If we get Paradox in the Flash, it's going to be a lot of CGI. Well, yeah, that would definitely be for sure. Stay out of his cage. The fuck? I don't know what that means. Who do you think is the most skilled Robin? I would probably say Damian. He's just emotionally restricted, and I think that's his biggest hurdle. I think he's the most physically skilled out of all of them. He just doesn't have the compassion or discipline to really hone it in. And I think that's a lot of the things that was really interesting about me. A lot of things I found really oh my god, what is with these people? Anyway, let's see. But yeah, anyway, I think that's one of the things that interested me most about Damian was him trying to like overcome the emotional hurdles, like learn to be compassionate, to think about people, to not just go and murder everybody that does something wrong. But yeah, I don't know. I'd say he's the most skilled in my opinion. I could be wrong. In Superman and Lois, they mentioned Crisis in the Multiverse and Oliver. How would they know about that if they are not in the Arrowverse? Magic. No idea. I know Kate Bush is making a lot of money. Oh yeah, she's definitely making bank off of this right now. Let's see. We had new stuff popping up here. Yeah, another person was just popping off in the chat being an idiot, so I had to time him out. I just saw it though, so sorry about that. Hope when Jordan gets X-ray vision, it doesn't hurt him like in the first time he got super hearing. Yeah, me too. Me too. Seven and Goodfellas are both on Netflix and just added this yesterday morning. I'll have to take a look. I haven't seen Seven either, but the problem with Seven is I know the big twist, unfortunately, at the end of that one, or towards the end of that one. I already know that one, so yeah. But I still have never seen the movie. Just about to watch your Stranger Things video. Let me know what you think. Make sure to comment and all that jazz. Cecile should be with Iris and stuff. Also, I think the power should have originally been for comedy purposes only. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can feel that. Christopher Reeve wore the same cardigan as Superman 2. You're right. Okay, that's what you meant. That's what you meant when you said Superman 2. What's up, KN? Barely made it into the chat this stream. Hello there. Welcome. Hope you're having a good weekend. To be honest, Barry doesn't need a team except for Chester, Iris, Joe, and Caitlin. That showed in Armageddon. And he doesn't need them in the field. He just needs intel, if anything. And a lot of times, I don't think he even needs that. He should be able to do it on his own at this point. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Cecile spin-off show. Right? I really think Jensen Ackles would play a fantastic Cyclops for Marvel and Batman for DC. He already voices Batman for the animated movies sometimes. I really want him to see more of him as a superhero. I would be totally okay with that and down for that, for sure. One of the things I really love in the finale of Superman and Lois was the hug between the twins and Natalie. Yes. That got me. That moment got me for sure. Let's see. Jensen would make a good Batman. Agreed. Random, but really excited for FF16 next year. Me too. Me too. Dude, what is with... Like I said, because like if I time somebody out over here, it doesn't delete them from the StreamYards chat, and I'm just seeing some of these messages that this dude was sending. Like, he was very fixated on Jordan for whatever reason. I just didn't like the 3D animation in the Super Sons trailer. I wish they just kept the animation the way they always do, and I hope that the voice actor that did Damian and other animated movies. Yeah, I didn't like the animation at all, for sure. We're almost caught up. In Season 2 of Superman and Lois tackled the Bizarro world. They obviously wanted the multiverse. It would be nice if somehow Superman and Lois makes it to Earth 117 or 167 Smallville Earth and meets Tom Welling's Superman. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen, but I mean, I'm always down for stuff like that. That's for sure. Soldier Boy to Homelander. Who's your daddy? Oh, God. Yeah. Yep. The season finale of The Flash was shit. I realized that the only reason I'm still watching the show is just fun to criticize it. I legitimately enjoy it, personally, most of the time. I'm watching it mostly out of commitment to the universe and the show itself because I've already watched it for so many years already. But it is a shell of what it used to be for me. But I still find fun, goofy, weird things in it. Enjoy the silliness of it all, but it's I can understand that. I definitely don't blame anybody that doesn't feel the same way, for sure. Do you think Captain Marvel will show in Miss Marvel? I hope so. I think that would be cool, like just a little cameo, maybe at the end. That'd be fun. Do I know the twist if I ever saw the movie for 7? I do. I do. Have I watched the movie What We Do in the Shadows? I've seen the movie, and I've seen like the first 4 episodes of season 1 of the show. Hilarious stuff, man. Hilarious stuff. I haven't watched any more of it, and I've thought about maybe doing a reaction series for that at some point if I have the time. Hope we see Soldier Boy talking to his grandson. Oh, we might, but I don't want him to. I want Ryan to stay well away from all of that. They do make a Cecile spinoff show. You could count me out. Me too. I like Miss Marvel. The cast is great, and they really do feel like a family. I love that whole aspect of it. I really do. Please, positivity in the chat. That's all I ever ask, man. Like, at least be like, if we're the only really, I don't know. I wouldn't say negativity isn't allowed or anything like that because of critique and stuff like that, but like, I definitely don't tolerate people being just complete shitbags to other people in the chat. Loved your reaction when episode 7 of The Boys ended and you said, no, fuck you. Yep. That's my response anytime. 1, I don't want it to end, and 2, we get a revelation like that. I don't understand all these people that call it fun to criticize something, then don't blame the show for disappointing you if you go into it like that. Not you, just a general thought. No, I get you. Because there's people that are hypocritical in that way too. There's like, I just watch it because it's fun to criticize it, but then they also fire off on how it's letting them down and disappointing them and all this stuff. And I was like, you're kind of contradicting yourself at this point, or your expectations seem a little weird in that. So yeah, I agree with that sentiment, but I agree with watching something just because you find it ridiculous. You know, like I said, I referenced, The Room earlier. So like, it's fun. But yeah, it's like if you go into it with that mindset, I mean, you can't really be upset at it for what it does at the end of the day. I don't think. But that's me. I could be wrong. That's my opinion, at least. I agree with you about the Bizarro World, Omni. Each universe, there's a normal and an inverse. Even Earth Prime probably has one, although we'll never see it. What if we get Ultraman in season 3 of Superman and Lois? We'd have to open up the multiverse to the show, so that would be interesting. That'd be wild if they did go that route, but I'd like for us to stay away from evil Superman for a while because we have so much of it anymore. Imagine we heard the Batman 2 has a new director. Reeves is producing, picking David Fincher, Martin Scorsese, Paul Thomas Anderson. Oh, God. Acid. Reflux, man. Coen Brothers or Taylor Sheridan. That would be crazy. I hope Reeves sticks around. Soldier Boy versus The Flash. The Flash. Does DC junk Ezra Miller's Flash, or do they junk Ezra Miller's Flash? Well, they are going to be definitely junking his Flash. But they gotta release that movie, though. Also, regarding Miss Marvel, here in Argentina, we don't know much about that culture, so it's nice to see it with a little more detail. I mean, I gotta say, I don't really know much about it, and I just love being exposed to stuff like that, like outside of what I'm used to. I really like it. I'm really enthralled with their family dynamics, their history, their beliefs, and all that. I find it extremely intriguing to watch. I'm glad, because, you know, that's people that are out there that don't get to see that stuff normally. I don't know how accurate it is. I've heard some people criticize the accuracies of it, but I mean, it's a start at the end of the day. So I can only hope it just gets better from here in media in general. Omni and chat, who are your picks? Picks for what? Oh, for the directors. If it's not Reeves, I don't really know. I don't really know how I'd feel about any of them doing like a Batman movie. Maybe Fincher, but I don't know. How do you know the twist from Seven without seeing the movie? It was all over when that movie came out. People were referencing it. It was out. It was just everywhere. And what, that movie came out like 10 years ago, something like that. I've heard people talk about it. It just comes up in conversation. I've seen the clip. I mean, it got memed for a long time too, so it was just hard to avoid. I find the themes. I love finding themes in things I watch. I don't watch comedies or horror, but I'll watch commentary videos about it and the themes and meaning within those movies. I like that too. Like I said, my insight a lot of the time, unless I'm really honed in, is usually pretty surface level. You go real deep, Summer. You need to make your own videos or essays. Just finding the actual fun in shows and movies, and even though so many people hate them. That's what gotten me through so many rough patches. Miss Marvel, for example, is just really fun and feel good. Agreed. Does it have flaws? Sure, but I don't care. I don't really care, because everything else is working for me. Oh, we see Jonathan get powers in season 3 of Superman and Lois. I hope he just gets some way to be relevant to the story arcs and stuff. Well, I'm out. Have a great week. Well, thanks for stopping in. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. KN. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Is definitely something different than just let's have fun and criticize it. Owens has been my MVP this whole season. Owens is just MVP always. Stranger Things seasons ranked. Right now, and like I said, I mentioned this in my video, might be recency bias, but right now I'm feeling 4, 2, 1, 3. Am I confident in that? Yes, I think I'm confident in that. Just had a thought. Since Superman and Lois is on alternate Earth, not in the Arrowverse, what if Melissa Boyce comes in as Power Girl? Someone else has made that comment as well, and maybe not as Melissa Benoist, but that Kara or somebody could introduce Power Girl at one point, and I'd be totally okay with that. That sounded like a name of a new villain, Acid Reflux Man. Wasn't there, like, there was a character in Incredibles 2, it was like that old guy, like, where his only power was he had a, like, his acid reflux was so bad because of his powers that his acid reflux, he would just shoot acid at people. That'll be me when I'm older. Satana versus Doctor Strange. Probably, I would go with Doctor Strange in the end. Interesting thought I had. When will the MCU end? Probably never. When we all die. Peter's got it. We will end before the MCU does. Miss Marvel is definitely accurate in the depiction of an immigrant or minority family. The conversations like one that Nakia had in the washroom was very relatable, and so are the family dynamics. All right, guys, we're going to close out. So, final statements. I got dinner a-coming, so let me know. Inglourious Bastards is a masterpiece. Tarantino is a god. I really did. The first time I watched it, I couldn't get into it. The second time I watched it, I really got lost in it. There's only one Tarantino movie that I just really struggled to get through, and that was Jackie Brown. But yeah, every other Tarantino flick, I really enjoy it. I think my favorite one, and this might be controversial, is my favorite Tarantino movie is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Love it. When there are no more consumers to consume the MCU. Oh, look at the rhyming. What if in season 3 we had a smaller villain, where the threats were smaller, not world-ending, and therefore not as noticeable to the greater world? That could be fun. That could be really fun. What am I going to do for the 4th of July? Not do anything. I'm just going to try to relax, sleep, and that's it. I don't have a car at the moment either. It's in the shop, so can't go anywhere, can't do anything. Didn't really feel like it anyway, because most of the weekends being used to, catch up stuff for the channel. But then I'm going to be using the remainder of it just to chill, just to relax. I don't have any plans. I don't necessarily mean Sam said Superman is the only hero on Earth. I thought that was the same Earth as Supergirl and Flash. No, it's not. No, they've confirmed that there are no other beings with powers that are heroes on the Earth that Superman and Lois takes place on. They are setting up Intergang in Superman Lois finale. Intergang is connected to Darkseid and Apocalypse in the comics, if I remember correctly. You are correct. That could be fun. An actually good TV version of Darkseid? Maybe. Cross your fingers. John Henry could get focused in Intergang and Superman focused on Darkseid. But hi, Arvin. But yeah, no need to spoot messages like that. One's fine. Let's see. I love when you said... Oh, wait. Yep, back up here. Here we go. I want season 3 to have kids battling their own villains together. Not something world-ending, something that their parents don't notice at first. Not XK, but subversive. All that. That would be cool. And then maybe it would build into something more. For sure. For sure. I love when you said kill him. Just kill him in episode 8 of Stranger Things, because I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. Do you think there are any mangas or anime that would work better or work well and better in live action? Shit. I don't know. Death Note, man. Death Note's so easy to translate, and I still have no idea how Netflix managed to fuck that up. Death Note easily could be done. I think the Japanese live action Death Note is really good. It actually has an ending that I think is better than the manga and the animes. Personally, I think it works thematically the way that the live action film series ended for Death Note. So I would go with Death Note easily. But if they do go eat your dinner, what's the meal? I'm not too we're just having wings. I honestly forgot until like you asked the question. I was like, what are we having? Wings. We're just having some hot wings. Go eat your dinner. Once we're caught up, which I think we are. I think I'm caught up. I'm caught up. If they do Brainiac and have Kara come in, I'm going to be so hype. Yeah, they could definitely bring in Kara later. That's still out there. And just because Superman's the only superhero now doesn't mean he will always be the only superhero. And they could branch this off into its own universe. We'll just have to wait and see. Overall, I'm optimistic. I'm disappointed, but I still love the show, and I'm optimistic for the future because it does at least unshackle them from, any constraints, and they can do whatever they want. But guys, that's it. We've caught up on the chat. I'm going to go get some dinner. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Join the Discord. Links to all those things are in the socials. If you're not following me on Twitter and Instagram, go do that. I'd appreciate it. But for now, hope everyone has a great weekend, a safe holiday, and yeah, enjoy your evening.